Hey, this is Mitch from Team Budokai. I am going to do a Dragunity loop segment. I'm going to show you guys a loop, and I'm not for sure if I'll do the other one, probably a different video, but I'm going to do a small Tempest segment and a loop 1 video. This is the standard loop 1. It's a lot easier than the old Dragunities. The loop 2 is the newest, and it's not the newest, but it's the best loop now. But what you do, you play Ravine, you discard the Zephyros by Ravine's effect, and we search and we add a phalanx to hand. So your hand is this phalanx right now. Of course, your hand would be like 4 other cards right now, but this is what it would be without the other cards, because I'm not going to do the cards. But then we get the phalanx to hand, and then we bounce Ravine
with
Zephyros' effect, pay 400, bounce a card in the field, dispatch summon him, and then we play Ravine again. Now you're allowed to use Ravine's effect again. So you Ravine discard this phalanx, which is now in the grave, and then we search for a Dux. We add this Dux to your hand. Now Ravine is activated, Zephyros' effect has been activated, and you have phalanx in grave. We'll put graveyard over here, and then we have a Dux in hand. So then we normal summon the Dux. Dux's effect, equip that phalanx, special summon the phalanx.
Usually in defense.
Yeah, usually in defense, but I mean,
in case something goes wrong.
But I usually put in defense, but I'm just doing it just to show you really fast. But then we synchro for 6. So these 2 cards are now in the graveyard. And
Someone liked your post on Instagram.
Okay, cool. And then we synchro for
giant shrimp dragon, vaginal shrimp dragon.
Then we sync for Vadriana.
Vaginal shrimp dragon.
Okay. And Vadriana's effect, equip that phalanx by Vadriana's effect. Phalanx's effect is special again. Then we synchro again.
Because it's a wing beast.
Yeah, it's able to synchro for Vadriana because it's a wing beast and he's got a dragon tuner. So, with Vadriana. Vadriana's effect, again, get that phalanx and special summon him. And now we have 2 6-stars and a phalanx.
That lone phalanx.
A lot of old players would think, oh, just synchro off into 8 really fast and just have this random Vadriana. But no. We go overlay.
For one like Grace, Xyz they used to be.
Yeah. We go overlay for a tomb effect. We detach. I'm going to throw that guy over here.
That's vaginal shrimp dragon, people.
Okay.
That's $41. Be jealous.
Okay. And then we go effect of a tomb to special summon my Red Eyes. Then we go Red Eyes effect because his effect gets a card from grave, obviously. We go Red Eyes effect to add. Oh my god, why is everything going off in this video? I'm sorry.
What was that?
That was a Subway Surfers update. But oh well.
That was gay.
I know. Sorry about that, guys. But then we synchro for 8 with these 2.
Yep.
And we go for a Stardust. Now, if you're going first and your opponent has nothing on field, you stay like this. But if your opponent has a field and you can swing with these 2, because you can only swing with him right now. These 2 cannot swing. But now, if you're going second and your opponent's got a field, you overlay for Charger.
I have to match with heroes. This is kind of annoying. Either you kill the Stardust or the REDMD, and either way it's going to get back, usually.
Yeah, because
it's just going to bounce back.
Because a Tomb can special, Red Eyes can special, and the Stardust can negate. So
plus he has 2 Stardust, so he's just going to bounce back instantly. So you're going to be able to destroy 2 things to start this.
Exactly.
Usually start with Dark Hole or something like that.
So if your opponent's going second, you got that. That's basically the loop number 1. I'm going to show you guys a small little Tempest segment. This is a newer segment. I don't think anybody's really done this yet, but we have a Gold Sark and a Tempest. Now, in your hand, you can do other things. I mean, there's loops that involve this, but I'm assuming that if you can get this and you can get a loop sort of kind of like what I did, you can know what you're going to do. You can get a better loop. But we go Gold Sark, and we search for the Tempest. And the Tempest effect is banished, and he adds, let's say, like a Mistleton to hand.
That's why I love that loop with Mistleton. Distribute the phalanx.
And he can add Ackley's, Levitine, Phalanx, or Mistleton to hand. But really, right now, it's kind of all on its own. But if you have a phalanx engrave and a ducks in hand, you have loop number 2. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys loop number 2.
Consists of using a tum again.
Yeah.
It's just different ways to get a tum.
There's like 4 different loops, which I know all of them, but they're sort of complicated. But I'm going to show you this one because it's the most common in this deck. Because the Zephyros loop that I just showed you isn't as horrible anymore. You get the ducks, because you already have Phalanx engrave.
I know this loop.
Yeah. And then you special summon that Phalanx by Dux's effect. And then you Mistletoe Tribute to special summon Mistletoe, and then equip that Phalanx. And then you special summon, and then you synchro for 6.
There was hair on my finger.
Stop, Tyler.
Sorry.
And then we have Gaidar's. Gaidar's effect adds a wing beast or dragon to hand and discards a wing beast or dragon. So we search the deck for this Zephyros. We add Zephyros to hand, and then you don't have any other card in hand, so you ditch him. So Zephyros is engraved now. And then we overlay these 2 guys for the Attune again.
Atem. The Pharaoh was a dragon.
Attune. Overlay for Attune. We Attune detach this Gaidar's, which I'm going to put over here. What's this grave in this one?
I'll move him over here.
Over here.
Just to be out of the way.
Then we special summon Red Eyes from the deck with using Attune's effect. And then we use Red Eyes effect to special summon this Gaidar's that we just got rid of. Okay? Then you can use Gaidar's effect again to get a plus to throw Ackley's to grave.
Let's set up for the Legionnaire play later.
And set up for a Legionnaire or Vadriana blow-up play. But I'm not going to really get into that much detail because, frankly, I don't have enough time to go over it. But I just told you what you can do because you can use him at least twice in this one loop. You use him twice, which is what I usually do all the time. But
drop that extra target.
Yeah, drop the extra target. But I mean, since I don't, Matt, but I don't need to right now because I'm just kind of demonstrating it. So, and then we have the Zephyros that is engraved. So we get that Zephyros, pay the 400 to bounce the Red Eyes to hand. Then we summon Red Eyes again by banishing this Gaidar. I'm going to put it over here. And we're going to go, and we're going to Red Eyes effect one more time to special summon this Phalanx. Now you have this field right here.
It looks the same, but you got an actual REDMD.
It looks basically the same, but Red Eyes is at 28 and he can attack. So we take these 2 and we synchro off for 6 and into a Vadriana.
Sync again.
And then Vadriana effect, get the Phalanx, synchro for 8 for the Stardust. And you can do other 8 stars depending on your opponent's field and what you think would be better.
Crimson Blader will be good.
Usually, if you're going first, you want to get that Stardust just so this field does not die.
Yeah, and then you can go Gaia Charger.
And as always, if your opponent your opponent went first and you can attack, you overlay for Charger. If not, you just keep the Attune. Then you have another Exe automatically with these 2 cards. If your opponent cannot get rid of this field, you get another Exe, which usually that Exe is Plomatomi, or sometimes Bouncer, but usually it would be that. But that is loop number 2. So I did loop 1 earlier. I did a Tempest segment, loop 2. There's loop 3 and 4 I might do eventually, but that is basically what it is. So tell me what you guys think about it. Comment, rate, subscribe. See you guys.